What we do here is go back.
And what's going on, guys? Kind of forgot to put the intro in there for a second. Wow. So welcome, everybody. Welcome. It is 2025. Welcome to Tuned In Live. It's a whole new year, whole new me, whole new you, whole new everybody. It has been too long since I've done this podcast. The last time I actually did this podcast was Election Day. Remember that? Election Day? How crazy it was. Like, everybody got to the polls the weekend before and the day of. And that made things a whole lot easier on the American citizens, you know, rather than going out to the polls on one whole day, crowding around. You know, everybody got their votes in that Saturday, Sunday. And I think it was like a week before election time that they got everything pushed in there, rushed in there. But that was a crazy time, you know, for everything with Tuned. I'm getting a hold of our buddy Hoyt, who's usually here in the chat, and he's been asking me a lot lately when you bring him back Tuned In Live. And I told him it's coming back soon. It's like It's been big. It's been busy. It's been very hectic. A lot, you know. It's been hectic. It's been busy. There's been a lot going on between election time and now. Now that it's the new year, things have calmed down a lot. Like right now, we're sitting under, I want to say 7 or 8 inches of snow from what they call it, Winter Storm Blair. Like, Jesus Christ. I love winter. I do. I love winter. I love the smell in the air of the cold winter's air. I love the season. You know, it's, yeah, mind you, the teens and the 20s being cold like that, sometimes getting down into frigid negatives, you know. Yes, that cold air is a bitch to deal with. I don't like it myself. I like it when it's like, I don't know, anywhere above 38 degrees. But I don't like it when it's too hot, though. You know, when it's too fucking hot in the summertime, I can't tolerate that. Like, I would rather be somewhere in the wintertime than somewhere in the summertime, you know? Like, you know, you have... I guess they're like the polar opposites of each other, but no matter, you know, what season you're living in, you're going to end up dying anyway, you know? Like, you can freeze to death, or you could die of heat stroke. You could be too hot, you could be too cold. It never fails to amuse me, you know. It never ceases to amuse me, you know, with how the seasons go. You know, like summertime, you got the extreme heat, you got hurricanes that form up in the Atlantic and in the Gulf, and well, we all seen what happened down in the Carolinas this past year, and it's sad. It's still sad. You know, some people are still without their homes. Some people are still without power. You know, it's truly sad. And the Biden administration, they didn't do any goddamn thing to help these people out, but they sure as hell made sure the people of Ukraine got 2.5 billion, 3.1 billion, all of our fucking money. Like, they are trying to kill off the value of the dollar by sending all of our fucking money over there. Oh, it's sad what happened down in the Carolinas. Yes. You know, the grand hurricane came through and did this. Oh, we're going to give them a incentive, or whatever the fuck you call it. We're going to give them, families, $750 each. But they got to pay it back. What the fuck is that? Like, seriously, like I think I covered that around that time too. It was before election time. I think I did cover that, where Harris come out and said, well, we're going to give them $750, but they got to pay it back. These are fucking victims of a natural fucking disaster. And you're going to sit there, you're going to shit on these people, probably some of them who voted for your fucking ass, and you're going to insult them with $750 each, but then you're going to turn around and send 2.3 or 3.1 billion dollars to the Ukraine. Our money, our tax money, is being sent to a fucking foreign country to fuel them up for a war with Russia. Why? Russia hasn't done shit. Russia didn't do shit when Trump was in office. People were like, oh, Trump and Putin, they're buddy-buddy, they're buddy-buddy. Yeah, well, did we have any fucking wars with them? No. We had 0 wars with anybody in Russia. I know Putin don't want fucking war with us. He don't want fucking war, but you know what? Biden gave him an opening. He supplied Ukraine with this and that. And you know what? That's when they started bombing them and shit. When you don't have a competent president in office over here, that's the balance of things. You got to have a balance with all the foreign leaders, including our leader, and you got a leader over here that's like, yeah, Obama, we're gonna give them all our fucking money. Fuck our people over here. You know, it's a goddamn mess. This country is truly a goddamn mess of things. The last 4 fucking years, we have suffered with a fucking COVID outbreak. We suffered with masks. We suffered with vaccines. We suffered with terrible fucking policies put into place. We suffered with the ignorance of the entire administration. They fucking insulted our veterans. They insulted our people. They've tried to divide us using the news, tried to divide us racially and politically. It's insane. It's even more insane when you try to divide the whole black community amongst each other, because you got 50, 60, 70% of black people out there that voted for Trump, and the other half that voted for Biden and Harris are sitting there calling them fucking racist. Calling them race mongers and shit, you know? Your own people, your own race. That's how bad the fucking Democrats have turned this fucking country around. The Democrats, they have a fucking ant is smarter than a fucking potato is smarter than a fucking Democrat nowadays. These are the same motherfuckers that get on panels, that get on news reports, that get on TV shows like The View and shit and tell you, men can have a child, men can have babies, it comes out their ass. This is the fucking mentality of these fucking people. And this fucking mentality is rubbing off on our kids. We got fucking kids. We got fucking college kids now. You know, people in college that are believing this shit. I watch a lot of Charlie Kirk. All right, Charlie Kirk. He's a man. He is the fucking man. I tell you, he is brave. He has a lot of courage going around to campuses, holding debates and shit with college students. And it amazes me how many college students right now are incredibly retarded. These motherfuckers are supposed to be our future. These college kids, they're supposed to be our future. These are supposed to be the motherfuckers that are supposed to save the goddamn country, save the fucking world, right? No. These sons of bitches are incredibly fucking retarded. They truly are. Like, I don't think I've ever seen so much stupidity. You know, I know Democrats are fucking stupid, but when you got fucking kids out there that are telling you that there are more than two fucking genders, that they cannot identify or label what a fucking woman is, there is truly something wrong with this goddamn country. There is truly something fucking wrong. And I'm hoping, I'm hoping, you know, this is why we voted for Trump, people. This is why we voted for Trump. Trump, he talked a good game. Look at back at 2015, 2016 when Trump talked a good fucking game. And they all shot him down. You know what? Trump won the 2016 election. And he did a hell of a lot of good for this country. But what happened behind the scenes? You got the media that are brainwashing people saying Trump's doing this, Trump's doing that. That's why people didn't vote for Trump in 2020. That's why they voted for Biden. They voted for a senile old bastard who sat there and made broken promises to people, and people are like, no, we're done with Trump, we gotta get rid of Trump, we'll take Biden. Yeah? Where did that get you? Where did that fucking get you when you voted for Biden, huh? 4 years of ignorance and hell. Just like how many registered Democrats turned and changed who they vote for within the last 2 years alone, or 3 years alone? How many people have changed their voting status from Democrat to Republican? Probably like half, or maybe over half. Even the fucking Democrats were done with Biden. Then they saw Harris and saw how bad Harris was. Kamala Harris, she had no plans. She had no policies. You know what she did? She put herself $20 million in debt, hiring all these fucking musicians and celebrities to come out and say, yeah, vote for Harris. Don't vote for Trump, or you're not a true American. And you got fucking Obama, who is running things from behind the scenes as well. You got him berating the black community, telling them that they're wrong for not voting for somebody of their skin color. Kamala Harris ain't even fucking black. The bitch is Asian. Every goddamn rally that she went to, she was a different race or a different color or whatever. Yes, her skin is dark in tone. So are Indians from India. So are Filipinos. I've seen Filipinos. I know Filipinos. When they get in that sun, their skin tans dark. How about Hispanics? Their skin could get pretty dark as well. But don't sit there and tell me that Kamala Harris is a black woman. Look at Obama. That motherfucker Muslim. He was born in Hawaii. Which, granted, I know people back then, back in 2008 and 2009 and all that, they were debating on where Obama was born, you know? They wanted to say Obama was not born within the United States, which means he would be a legally elected president, and he shouldn't be. But sad to say, and doing research, and I've done research around then and all, he was born in Hawaii at least 2 to 3 years after Hawaii became, I think it was the 49th or 50th state. So, yes, sadly, Obama was American born, but he's the most ignorant of ignorance. He is the most low of evils. And then you look at people like Kamala Harris and Biden, along with the Clintons, the Obamas, all of them. These are motherfuckers that are all for crime. They're for sex trafficking. They're for pedophilia. It's out there in the news. And then they pay off these organizations that run, these websites like YouTube and TikTok to censor people who speak the truth. They call it fact-checking. There's no fact-checking about it. It's out there. People have proven the shit. People have uncovered the fucking shit. My God. Here we are, 16 minutes in. I've already been complaining about, Biden and Obama and all that shit, It's just amazing with how many fucking things that has been going on since I was last live. And I've shared stuff and I've complained on stuff and commented on stuff, It's like there's just so fucking much, people. There's so many war crimes going on right now, like Fauci needs to be in jail. All these Democrats need to be in jail. How many of these motherfuckers lied about the vaccines? They lied to y'all's faces. Me, unfortunately, I had an unfortunate excuse to getting a vaccine myself. And I got it. And you know what? I haven't had anything happen to me, really. If I had gotten sick, I've gotten colds. I've gotten maybe a sinus infection. That's about it. That's all I got. I haven't gotten a flu. I've gotten the flu a few times in my life. It's a rarity, but I haven't gotten the flu yet. And no, I have not contracted COVID. Why is that still a thing, though? Why is COVID still a thing? I know that the coronavirus is a thing. It's a blanket term. The coronavirus has been around for dozens of years. Decades. Coronavirus, like I said, it's an umbrella term. There's many different viruses under the coronavirus umbrella term. COVID-19 was one of them. And that's what we experienced. Just like, how many people that I've come across that are actually kind of pretty fucking dumb and say, oh my God, coronavirus is on a can of Lysol. Did they know? Did they plan this? Did they know? No. Coronavirus has been around for fucking decades. I bet you if I got a can right here. Can of Glade, okay? Odor fighting. Let me see if it has anything to do. It might be on disinfecting cans and shit. Yeah, it's not on air spray. This is regular air spray. I would have thought it'd been something on here. But yeah, maybe on the can of Lysol it says cleans up coronaviruses and shit. But I like I said, I've come across so many people who have never heard of coronavirus until 2020. Isn't that fucking sad? It really is fucking sad to know that people have never heard of the fucking term, and they think it's just all brand new. It's all brand new. It just recently happened. Yeah, okay. Whatever. But yeah, like I said, there was a lot of stuff that has happened. Trump, he's still fighting the fight. He's going to be inaugurated within 13 days. And of course, there's a fucking court case. There's a fucking court case that people are still trying to fucking pin on Trump right now. That they're saying they're going to be a fucking sentencing in 3 days. Let's see, Trump case sentencing. Yeah. Something about the hush money. Trump must be sentenced in the hush money case. Judge signals no jail. Okay, so he's going to be sentenced, but he's not going to get any kind of jail time. Judge rejects Trump's motion to dismiss the conviction, even though all the way up until the election, and after the election, a lot of these cases were fucking dropped. The Biden administration is doing everything they fucking can to ruin this guy's reputation, to ruin this guy's presidency. Just like, what is Biden doing right now? What is he getting ready to fucking do? Hey, what's up, Hoyt? Yep, it's back. I'm glad you got the message, man. Yep, the show is back. It's not a Friday, but I figured I have nothing going on right now. I don't work until later on tonight, and it's a good time, better time than ever, you know? But yeah, Biden right now is trying to sign an executive order to stop oil drilling within the country. Yeah. So if you're wondering why gas prices are going up, yep, there it is. Let me see. Biden signs order on oil drilling. We'll talk about this real quick, and then we'll get back to Trump's sentencing here. So this came across, and I've been paying attention to this too. All right. So Biden doing sleeping. Yeah, he probably is sleeping. Everybody else is fucking taking his place and doing stupid shit. So right around Thanksgiving time, gas has been going down in a lot of areas. It's been going down. It's been staying stagnant in certain areas, which is pretty good. Around here, where my area is, it was like $3.40 at the most. Then we'll go down to $3.30, $3.20, $3.10. You know, it would gradually go down within a period of a month. And gas had got down to as low as $2.71 a gallon. And it was still trying to fall. And I'm like, let's bring it back down. We got to bring it down under $2. But I knew it wasn't going to happen. Because every time, and this is within Maryland. Maryland's a Democratic ran state now. And this guy's a complete fucking moron. Anytime gas comes down in price, for whatever reason, it goes right back up. And I'm not saying it gradually or slowly goes back up. That motherfucker shoots back up. It was $2.71 come Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. The day after Christmas, the fucking gas prices went from $2.71 to $3.01. The shit jumped up 30 fucking cents. And I was like, yeah, I fucking knew it. These stupid motherfuckers. What the fuck are they doing? They lower the goddamn gas prices down for a fucking month. And then people are like, oh, yeah, they did it because people were traveling and it's the holiday season. Okay, yeah, they used the holiday season as an excuse to lower gas prices. Yes. Then they raise it the fuck back. Yeah, it is crazy, Hoyt. It's fucking crazy as hell. And now we got this shit. Biden will be out of office in 13 days. But now it's like he wants to permanently ban offshore drilling in 625 million acres of ocean, making a Trump reversal difficult. Because Trump already announced during his run, you know, up to election, that he was going to, day one, drill, baby, drill. Gas prices are going to go down. Biden is doing everything in his fucking power to fuck up Trump's run. Joe Biden on Monday announced an executive action that will permanently ban future offshore oil and gas development in parts of the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans in a way that could especially difficult for the incoming Trump administration to undo. Biden's executive action will ban new oil and gas leasing across 625 million acres of U.S. ocean. The ban will prevent oil companies from leasing waters for new drilling along the entire East Coast, Eastern Gulf of Mexico, coast of Washington, Oregon, California, and portions of Alaska, northern Bering Sea. That's bullshit. Like, you expect us to get our oil from the Middle East? The Middle East. right now where they're fucking bombing each other. That's where you want us to get our oil from still. We got oil coming from many different areas. Trump knows it. People know it. You know, you can make fucking money off of it. You can create jobs with this shit. Biden doesn't want to create fucking jobs in an industry of drilling oil. What's his thing of fixing the economy and fixing unemployment? Go get a job at McDonald's. Go get a job at Walmart. Go get a fucking job at Dollar General. Oh yeah, all these places that are fucking closing down. Has anybody heard of how many stores are closing down within the next year? Probably a dozen or so. So all these businesses that are actually fucking closing down, this is motherfucker was like, go get a job there. Yeah, for how long? 3 months, 4 months, 5 months before the fucking place goes under, and then they're unemployed again. Hopefully Trump brings it back on the 20th of July. Well, I mean, executive orders, when they're put into place, depending on what it is and who assigns it and all, that kind of stuff can be kind of difficult. And I'll get to the next part that's really going to piss people off, and if nobody's even following, so stay tuned for that. So Biden had the gall to go on and say, my decision reflects what coastal communities, businesses, and beachgoers have known for a long time, that drilling off these coasts could cause irreversible damage to places we hold dear and unnecessary to meet our nation's energy needs. It's all about fucking energy needs. All about energy needs. The Democrats are trying to fuck this country up royally. They wanted to start the whole thing where it's like, we want to be energy efficient by 2030. No, it's not possible. We don't have the fucking resources. One of the resources needed for it is oil. Oil is a running resource in a lot of things right now. They don't fucking understand that. They want people to drive electric cars by 2030. There will be no gas-powered anything. You need that kind of fuel to power a lot of fucking shit. Going green, I understand some people are looking out for the environment and shit, but you gotta also have some things to keep things going. If this fucking country, if this world went energy efficient, all right, let's say we ban oil altogether. We ban gas-powered vehicles, gas-powered engines, everything. Anything that runs on oil or gas. Let's say we banned it, okay? Yeah, fuck the EVs. Let's say we banned all that shit, okay? Let's say everybody had to go all electric. Their homes were electric, cars were electric, whatever. Okay. You know how long we would live off of that shit? Probably a good minimum of 2 to 3 years, maybe. Depending on where they get the resources from. Just depending. And it's going to be expensive as hell. And I know they could say all they fucking want at their ass, we will make it cheap for you to afford. Really? You want us to drive Teslas? You know how much a fucking Tesla is? For a Tesla that goes off a charge for about as how much a tank of gas goes, which is roughly around 300 miles, 320 miles. Those cars are like $50,000. If you want double that, you gotta go 70, 80,000. Even those fucking ugly ass Cybertrucks, the ones that have been blowing up, yeah, that's all over the news. Those Cybertrucks, those fucking things from Halo, they're fucking blowing up. There was one recently at, what was it, a Trump hotel or something out in Las Vegas or whatever. I forgot where it was. You know, they wanted to say the guy committed suicide or shit. No, that's all a lie. Cameras show that he was still very much alive inside that car. The car fucking blew up with him in it. The guy was not suicidal at all. Like, that's how much the media wants to influence you. They want to fucking warp your mind with idiotic shit like that. We all know. We all fucking know. And this is what the whole fucking Biden administration is trying to do. They're trying to forcefully push everything to be energy efficient. And this is the grandest fuck you to Trump. Now, Trump did come out and say he has nothing against energy efficiency. He has nothing against anything that Elon Musk has done. He supports it. Trump supports, energy, the electric vehicles and all. But he also supports people who can't afford them. So, hey, we're still going to make gas-powered vehicles. We're still going to do that. We need them. Because at the end of the day, okay, electric vehicles, they're a niche. All right, they're a fucking niche. It's something nice to ride in, or maybe you know somebody who enjoys it, and you enjoy riding around in it or whatever. But at the end of the day, a gas powered vehicle will always come on top. And it all depends on the engine and how the engine runs. A Tesla runs on a battery. Teslas don't have engines. I know. My buddy Brandon, he has a Tesla. I rode around in Tesla with him. You guys seen the videos. Yeah, it's a fun little vehicle to ride around in and all. But it makes you think, do you really want to buy a Tesla after you experience it, with a lot of shit that happens and all? It's very questionable. But I think I would rather own a automobile that runs on gas, and not an automobile where I have to literally find a place that has charging stations. And charging stations you have to sit at and wait for your car to charge. Or you can plug it in at your house and leave it sit overnight. Probably runs up your electric bill like a motherfucker. I don't fucking know still. But I would rather pull into a gas station, pull up to a pump gas, sit there for not even 5 fucking minutes. I may be paying an arm and a leg for gas, of course, but you know what? At least I'm not sitting there waiting, especially if I'm in a hurry to get somewhere. Now, granted, there's a positive side to charging vehicles, and Brandon has showed that to me, and I cannot argue with that much. I cannot argue with that. So I buy gas once a week. All right, I buy gas once a week. And I really don't drive that much anywhere. They should start taking the tech and bells and whistles out of new cars, gas powered or not. Yeah. Like, do we honestly need a lot of the neat tech? No. It's nifty. Maybe it's something that can be helpful for certain people, but it's not for everybody, So, like, before I get into the next part with that, so I've been with my buddy charging his Tesla quite a few times. And we sit there for like a half hour or so. Just sit there on our phone or bullshitting or whatever. And he would pay maybe $5. Between $5 and $10, depending on a full charge. Sometimes it's $5 maybe. All right. And a week, if I get gas, I make sure like I'm around half a tank. At half a tank to full, I pay like, I don't know, between $20 and $25. Now, my buddy, he does a lot of running. He does a lot of working now. He does Uber. He travels around a lot everywhere. He works. He really works. So he's probably charging every single day. He's paying $5 every single day. But then I'm sitting there like, you know what? It may be $5 for like one sit charge to get to 100%. But when you look at it, if you're charging every single day, you're probably paying out about as much or a little bit more than what I pay to put gas in my car. But I mean that's he does a lot of running, so I could see right there where he needs it. Just like if I did a lot of running every single day, for hours on end, yeah, I'd be putting fucking gas like a motherfucker in my car. Yeah, fuck that gas. yeah, it takes a while to charge a car. It really does. It's not like you can plug it in and go zoop, done. It's like It's like a fucking turbo battery charger for a phone. Like if you put a fucking super charger on your, on your phone, and it charges up within like 5 minutes or something like that. You're talking about like a bigger battery. It's a big fucking battery. That's all the car is. It's a fucking car. It's a battery with 4 wheels on the seat. That's all it is. That's all a Tesla is. A battery with a four wheels on the seat on it. That's all it is. There's no engine. There's probably some running gears inside, for the steering wheel and everything. But other than that, there's no engine in it. You get in, you turn it on, and then you drive. That's it. Now, everything with a Tesla, you got a key card that you got to keep on you, or your phone. You could download an app on the phone. You gotta set up an account and everything, and the app you can use to do pretty much everything with on the Tesla. You got the automatic. You can unlock your doors with your phone. You can start the car up. You could do here's another thing that would probably annoy me too, is update the software in the car. Yes, the car runs on software. Like, I've sat in the car a couple times with him where he chose to update the software, and what it does, it locks the car. Even if you're sitting in it, you can't get out. It locks all the doors. The whole system shuts down while it updates and reboots. He's not really too wealthy of a guy. Like, he does make some money here and there. He does what he can to support his family. He's not rich or anything, but Teslas, you could finance them. You can get them on a finance or whatever, that kind of thing. So he does pay monthly for it. He doesn't own it. He doesn't own it outright, but he does pay for it. He's got that. He does have a gas powered truck that he runs. So he's not completely all electric. He does have a gas powered car, or gas powered truck. So he does pretty good with that. But other than that, the Tesla, it's something that they own, they got. It's nifty. He likes it. He does like it. But he also does know that there are some times, like in the cold winter, it's probably going to be hard for him to jumpstart that in a sense, or even open it up. Like, he hasn't been driving it lately. He's got a truck, so he does own a gas powered vehicle, so he is good. So if the Tesla doesn't start for whatever reason, he can still get around. He gets around pretty good. So yeah, I wouldn't say he's wealthy. I'm not wealthy. He's like me. We get by. We pretty much get by. Let me see. I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick break, guys. When I come back, we'll finish up on some of these articles. So hang tight. See you in a second.
The Silver Bullet, that's shipped cold to tap the clean taste of the Rockies. Tap the Rockies!
Good boy.
This summer, when it gets really hot, Dunkin' Donuts suggests you cool off with a cup of coffee. Iced coffee, that is. It's the coolest thing around. It's Dunkin' Donuts' world-famous coffee brewed from our premium beans and served ice cold.
It's very cool.
Now at Dunkin' Donuts, get an insulated summer sipper filled with 32 ounces of Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee. It keeps things surprisingly cool.
Alrighty. Welcome back, guys. I was taking a phone call there for a second. Yeah, if you guys are just now tuning in, you're watching Tune In Live. Yes, we are back. It is 2025. If you guys have yet to do so, hit that like and subscribe button down below. Right now, we're not streaming on Twitch or Kick or anything because I have not paid for my monthly Streamlabs account. I haven't paid for it yet. It's $20 $20 a month, but hopefully when I get paid, I can pay it again and be able to multi-stream on the other platforms as such. But yeah, Here we are, it's just on YouTube, but I will download it and I will upload it to YouTube and Rumble later on for you guys to watch over there. So yeah, talking about the Tesla, what I will do when I can get him over here on a day where he's free and we have no interruptions or anything or noise in the background or whatever, because Brandon has always wanted to do a podcast with me, and I told him, yeah, well, I'll see what we can do, when we get together and do it. So I think I will do a special podcast with him, and we'll talk about all the nooks and crannies of the Tesla, because I know a lot of people, they see Teslas, but they don't fully understand what's inside a Tesla, what a Tesla could do, and all the little nooks and crannies and all. But it would be neat, to have somebody here firsthand who actually owns a Tesla. Well, he don't own it; he's paying for it. But we'll do a special episode for that. Yeah. Halfway through the 2020s already. Yeah. It's been 5 years since COVID-19 too. 5 years. Isn't that something? It's been 5 years for that. It's been 4 years since January 6th. Oh, one person died, and yet it was much more worse than the Holocaust. It was much more worse than 9/11. It was much more worse than Columbine or any of the school shootings. January 6th, the Democrats were under attack. Ah! Oh, fucking shit. I gotta take water for that, man. Yeah, that day was yesterday. Christ. January 6th. Insurrection. It wasn't an insurrection. It was a fucking Democratic dumbass nightmare. That's all it was. It was worse than 9/11. Ah! Can you believe that? Like, the fucking sea hags on the fucking View. And I was reading up on it on Twitter when they were reminiscing on that shit. The sea hags on the View were saying, "Oh my God, it was worse than the Holocaust. It was worse than 9/11. Everybody was under attack. MAGAs, Trump supporters, they stormed the Capitol." They had a fucking peaceful protest. Even one fucking guy, there's a video of it out there still, people. There's a video of it. One guy walked over to the fucking armed police, the armed guards there, and said, "Do something about this. Something's getting ready to happen. These people are getting ready to break in. Do your fucking jobs." You know what they did? They just fucking stood there. They just fucking stood there. They were told to stand down by Pelosi. Even Pelosi admitted it last year. They should have fucking did something because Trump called them. Trump said, "Look, I have a crowd of peaceful protesters. They want to come down. They're going to be part of it. They're not going to do anything bad. But if anything does happen, I can send you all the National Guard. I can send you protection." Trump told him he can fucking send the protection. She turned it down. She turned down Trump's offer to protect anybody there. Because of Pelosi's decision, it was a fucking nightmare. Well, it was a nightmare for Democrats. Then you got AOC. "I could have been raped and killed. These sons of bitches." Bitch, you weren't even there. That stupid skank AOC wasn't even there at the fucking Capitol that day. She's gonna sit there and say, "I could have been raped. I could have been murdered. They didn't give a fuck." Bitch, you on the other side of the fucking country. Jesus Christ. I ain't gonna sit there and lie to the American people. It's all Trump's fault. It's all Trump's fault. Hey, who's the next president, bitch? It was funny watching him cry about it in the days and months. Yes, it was. It was fucking hilarious. These motherfuckers were having a hissy fit. Their own people, they hired fucking people. Their own fucking people were storming the goddamn Capitol. breaking in, putting their feet up on Pelosi's desks and shit. They made it so much more worse out than what it really was. One person lost their life. That person shouldn't have lost their life that day if they didn't do something stupid. But they did. They were wanting a bloodshed. That's what the Democrats wanted. January 6, 2021. They wanted a bloodshed. And they wanted it to be Trump supporters. They wanted the biggest reason and excuse in history to keep Trump out of politics. And they could not provide it. All they could do is provide bullshit lies. And you know what? Trump's no longer on trial for that. Trump's not on trial for that. Because there is no factual evidence that states that he played a part in it. No evidence at all. He beat all these cases. Except for one that one ignorant judge refuses to throw out, which we can revert back to real quick here, is the hush money case. So the summary of this case is, the judge rejected Trump's motion to dismiss the conviction. Sentencing is set for January 10th, days before inauguration. Trump is expected to appeal the conviction. You watched it go down live with your buddy, and we laughed our asses off. Oh, I know. That is funny, man. I know. To see all these motherfuckers scared. They were scared. Oh my God, Trump supporters scared the fuck out of us. Really? Then y'all spent the next 4 years spitting in our faces, slapping us in the face, fucking Christ, insulting us. That's what I'm thinking about. I was thinking about the word. You got Biden insulting us, insulting our veterans, talking shit on us, labeling us as criminals to society. They spent 4 years dividing us, all because a lot of us support Trump. If you wore a MAGA hat or a Trump hat in a store, in a bar, in a restaurant, you were told to take it off or leave. We were being violated. Our constitutional rights were being violated by Democrats every fucking where. But you know what's going on right now? A lot of these Democrats, they're jumping ship. Some of them already booted off to fucking Europe. Some of them already moved up. And then there's the ones. There's the ones that always cried, I'm revoking my United States, what you call it? Citizenship, yeah. I'm revoking my citizenship. I'm moving out of the country. Okay, Billy Joe Armstrong, goodbye. Goodbye. Get the fuck out of here. We will not ever wake you again when September ends, you ignorant piece of shit. Yes. I was a fan of Green Day. I liked their music. One of my favorite albums was what the fuck was that album called? The one that came out in 2004. Christ, I'm so fucking old. My memory's going whack now. God, what the fuck was it? I'll have it here in a second. God damn, son of a bitch. I hate even looking at Billy Joel Armstrong. American Idiot. That's the album. That was my favorite album too. American Idiot. That was one of my favorite albums back then. I remember buying that back in 2005, and I was working at night, and I listened to that album in full. You know, that night. You know, I liked it. But now, with the way Billy Joel Armstrong is, the way the band is and shit, they're like, fuck Trump supporters, y'all bitches, da 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 da. I was like, yeah, fuck you then. It's amazing how many artists and how many celebrities I've boycotted personally because of everything that they've said about Trump supporters, everything they said about Trump. They're against America now. They're against the Constitution. They like living here. Granted, they love the American life. They love their freedom. But when it comes to the Constitution, when it comes to somebody who wants to restore everything in the fucking country, they're against it. That's Billy Joel. That's Billy Joel. Billy Joe Armstrong is the singer for Green Day. But yeah, Billy Joel is from 1970s. But I think he was one of them supporting Harrison all too. I don't even fucking know. But yeah, Billy Joe Armstrong, the singer for Green Day. Like, if you look it up, and you can look it up on YouTube, he said some fucking shit on stage about MAGA and Trump supporters. He has said some shit. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck him. He wants to rescind his... That's all right. The confusion gets when you hear Billy Joe, and it's almost like, is it Billy Joe or Billy Joel? You know, it's confusing. I get it now. But then when you say the whole name, you're like, okay, it's not Billy Joel, it's Billy Joe Armstrong. You know, it is confusing. I get it. It's all good, man. I would get confused too if somebody said Billy Joe to me, and I'm like, what, Billy Joel? Huh. I would get confused too. But yeah, you got these motherfuckers sitting there rescinding their United States citizenship. Okay. Pack your bag and get on the next fucking boat out of here. Don't ever fucking come back. Bye. Where fucking Whoopi Goldberg? She's still sitting her fucking ugly ass on the fucking View. All them fucking whores on the fucking View were like, we're gonna leave, we're gonna go somewhere, we don't wanna be here, we don't wanna be here. Bye. Nobody gonna fucking miss you. Nobody gives a shit. Just like, I was in heavy support for comedian and actor Ben Stiller. Because you know this whole cancel culture dumb bullshit. Wanted to sit there and try to cancel that movie Tropic Thunder that he directed and starred in many, many years ago. Oh, it was so offensive to people today. Because you got Robert Downey Jr. What's he famous for? Iron Man. Yep, SNL. They're still fucking liberal. I don't even watch fucking SNL. They got a lot of liberal motherfuckers on there now. But, yeah, Iron Man himself. He black-faced, or what people want to call black-faced. In the movie Tropic Thunder, he played a black man. It was comical. It was fucking funny. Nowadays, you're like, oh, blackface, that's illegal. That's illegal. He should be locked up. Oh, but you ain't gonna say much to him about that right now because he was Iron Man for the last 15 years, right? He was Iron Man for almost 20 fucking years. He gets a pass, right? He played blackface in a movie. And cancel culture, the cancel culture's disbanded. That whole cancel culture movement, that was a fucking joke. Like, I don't even know what possessed people mentally to sit there and say, you know what? Let's cancel this. Let's cancel that. Let's cancel this. What the hell is canceling? What is canceling? What are you canceling? People are still going to watch movies. They're still going to listen to music, play games, read books. They're still going to live their happily fucking lives. And you're sitting there like, you're getting canceled. You're getting canceled by you. I don't give a shit. I don't know who the fuck you are. You go fuck off. You don't want to watch my shit? You don't want to listen to my shit? You don't want to read my shit? I don't give a fuck. You ain't hurting me. Let's say I put a book out. And it was the most controversial thing ever. And one motherfucker looked at me and said, I'm going to cancel you. Okay, bye. Don't buy my book. Don't read my... Don't bring the fucking word of the title out of your mouth. I don't give a shit. You're the one being brain dead retard right now. You're canceled. You're canceled. Probably the funniest scene out of any movie right now within the last 4 years that is a big slap in the face to the cancel culture, and I laugh at it every time I see it. It's the newest Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie that came out on Netflix back in 2022, I think it was, or 2023, one of those years. Look up the scene for that movie, the bus scene. Hilarious as fuck. And the movie's it's a horror movie. It's nothing about it is meant to be comical, but it's comical to me. What about the old-fashioned version of canceling? TV canceled just because, yeah, lower rating. They never cancel the shit because people are like, we don't like it, take it off the air. Fuck you. You're one fucking person. Who gives a shit, you know? I'm surprised nobody came up to me and said, you're canceled. Good. Don't watch my shit then. I'm still going to fucking broadcast. But yeah, this one scene from this movie. Leatherface is chasing these two girls and they're sisters onto this bus full of fucking doped up retards. And he's standing with a chainsaw and all these idiots pull their cell phones out. And they got them live on video and shit, you know? And the one fucking retard in front is like, do something, you're canceled, bro. Really? Really? He starts his chainsaw up, and he was the first motherfucker to die. He was the first motherfucker to die, along with all those other motherfuckers. And they were all stuck on a bus. They couldn't figure out how to get off the bus. All they could do is cram to the back of the bus like, he gonna get me, So he's sawing limbs off. He's throwing fucking limbs across the bus and shit, killing these motherfuckers. And I'm just applauding and laughing the entire time. This movie, yes, it had guts to do what it did because those movies are gory and shit. But that was the funniest fucking depiction of fuck your cancel culture I have ever seen. Look that scene up on YouTube. Texas Chainsaw Massacre bus scene. Watch that whole fucking scene. I don't know if anybody's into gore or horror movies or whatever, but it's fucking hilarious. The one fucking guy. Do something, you're canceled, bro. And all I can say is Leatherface is sitting there thinking, fuck your cancel culture, you're canceled. And he's the first one to die, man. It was so fucking hilarious. That is how I feel about today's society. If I could go around myself looking at these motherfuckers and say, you're canceled, I would probably just off them motherfuckers, you know? And you know what? When they take me down to the station to fucking book me and shit, and they ask me, why'd you do it? And I'll say, you know what? These motherfuckers looked at me and said I was canceled. It was these cancel culture motherfuckers. And wouldn't it be something if they turned me around, took the cuffs off and said, have a good day? That would be fucking tits right there. If I was like, can I plead insanity? Why? I killed a bunch of cancel culture retards. Plead insanity? The case dismissed. Get him the fuck out of here. That would be tits, though. But man, all this shit that's going on the last 4 years, man. You got Democrats telling people that men can have babies, that there's like 30 fucking genders. All these trans motherfuckers, you know, all these fucking trans men, all these men that are like, I'm not strong enough to compete in men's sports. I'm going to put a wig and a bra on and compete in women's sports and beat them. And you know what? Trump said day one, executive order, there will be no more fucking trans men or men in women's sports, period. And you know how many people support that? A hell of a lot. 95% people support that fucking shit. Get them the fuck out of there. You got fucking men that are fucking crybabies. I can't compete. He's much stronger than me. His pecker is much bigger than mine. Oh, what the fucking do? Yeah, we dodged a nuke with Kamala, all right. Yes, we did. The American people, they saw it. They saw it. We dodged a huge fucking nuke. Like right now, her being $20 million in debt. She would have put this fucking country would be fucking dead ass broke come fucking January 20th. Every last penny of ours would be in the Ukraine. This country would have been fucking bombed. That home you're all living in, and I'm living in, probably nuked or sold. We would have went bankrupt. We would have probably lost our jobs. No more gas, you know, no more fucking food. They're fucking contaminating our food more and more and more, you know. It's fucking sad. But what was unique about the election and the Democrats, they finally conceded. They finally admitted that their fucking defeat after crying about it cheated. It failed in the election. It cheated. It's not fair. You motherfuckers cheated back in 2020. They cheated. How many of y'all's dead relatives voted in 2020 for Biden? Yeah. All those mail-in ballots for Trump ended up in the landfill. Explain that. They were fucking uncovered within the first year of Biden's presidency. Yeah. Who cheated? The Democrats cheated. This was the first election in so many years, so many decades, they said, where not only did the president won the electoral, he won the popular vote, Republicans won the Senate, and we won the House. We won everything. That's amazing. Because for the last 4 years, we've all lived in hell and saw how Democrats really are nowadays. They're not like old school Democrats. I'm not going to bash all Democrats. You know, I'm not going to bash all Democrats. Even fucking RFK Jr. He's an old school Democrat. He didn't get along with Trump. He didn't like Trump. He came out and said he didn't like Trump particularly. But he saw what Biden was fucking doing. Where's RFK right now? He's going to be working alongside Trump. He's really working alongside Trump. That is hilarious. My mom made my dad, who never votes, vote in 2020, all for nothing. Yeah. 2020 was a scam. Just like this past year, we thought it was going to be rigged again. We thought it was going to be fucking rigged. We really did. And I kept tabs on it all fucking through the night and all day. And I was just very happy to see the numbers come out the way they did. You know, Trump got the electoral. Trump got the popular vote. The people spoke. The people spoke. We got Trump. Democrats did not like that. And I think what killed it even more, not just Biden's incompetency. He was very incompetent. Not just that, but with the way Harris was. Harris spent 2-3 months promoting her campaign with celebrities. Beyonce, Jennifer Lopez, even the cast of the Avengers. You know, they did fucking videos. They're like, vote for Kamala, vote for Kamala. Then you got Obama out there berating black people for voting for Trump. And y'all wonder how Trump got the fucking vote? God damn, y'all want to sit there and say Trump cheated. Trump didn't do shit. He didn't do shit. He even fucking said if he lost, he was going to concede, and then that was that. And you know what's funny? And it's all, everybody remembers this shit. The whole black community was all for Trump, and Trump was helping them out. Trump was helping everybody in the black community, celebrities, all everybody. They all wanted Trump. But as soon as he was running in 2016 for Republican, all of a sudden, Trump was racist. Yeah, it's out there. First time Republican got the popular vote since Bush Jr. Yep. Exactly. But I find it funny, you know, all these motherfuckers out there that call Trump racist right now were the same ones that supported Trump. They wanted to be under Trump. They wanted to be Trump's you know what. Trump was all for them. He was supporting them. Financially, everything. He was helping them all out. Oprah, Whoopi, all of them. They all loved Trump. But when he ran in 2016, all of a sudden Trump was racist. And these fucking retards, they're still running that same damn narrative to this day. Trump's a racist. You support racists. What the fuck did he do that was racist? Oh, well, he's just racist. All right, look at what he did for the black community back in the 90s, the 80s, the 70s, the 2000s, all the way up until 2016. Look at what he did. And you're saying he's racist? Yeah, because the CNN says he's racist, and MSNBC says he's racist, and Kamala Harris says he's racist. Do you believe everything you see on TV, motherfucker? Christ. They wanted to fucking condemn this poor man. They still do. We're 13 days away from freedom. From freedom. We're 13 days away. January 20th is going to be a breath of fresh fucking air. Yeah, even Comedy Central roasted him, you know? He liked that, you know? Trump was all over the place. He even had a hand in the storyline at WWE back in 2006, 2007. The whole storyline where he was going to buy out WWE from Vince McMahon and became a whole match and shit. That was fucking cool. I watched that. That was at WrestleMania. It was one of the WrestleManias. I remember that. This man had his finger in every fucking thing. He helped so many fucking people out. And the Democrats hate that shit. They hate it right now. So I'm thinking, you know what? Why don't you all just rescind your citizenships? Every single Democrat, AOC, Pelosi, all you motherfuckers, go move over to the UK or move into the Ukraine. And you know what? I hope they all move to the Ukraine because I hope Trump gets with fucking Putin and says, you know what? I'm rescinding all the funds from the Ukraine. They're not getting another fucking dollar bill from me. Take your nuke that motherfucker. You got the Bidens over there. You got the Pelosi's. You got all the Democrats that run for the fucking Ukraine that they support. They pumped all their money into. You know what? I'm going to revert back all that fucking money back here. You know what, Putin? Launch one good fucking nuke into the Ukraine. Now I know Trump's not a war criminal and all that, but if that were me, I'd fucking do it. I would be like, you know what? Ukraine is a fucking problem. Everybody moved over there. You know what? Without warning, Putin, push the button, nothing happens. Just fire away. Take them motherfuckers out. That's what I'd say. And I've been saying it proud and free. Fuck the Ukraine. They have our fucking money. Money that we need over here. People are fucking starving in this country. People are fucking homeless in this country. People are unemployed in this country. Every American is fucking struggling. Except for the 1% that's all fucking rich and backed by the Democrats. But you know what? That's all about to change. Yeah, that's all about to change. It's all about to change in 13 days, people. Yes, it is. I would love to see all these fucking celebrities, you know, Schwarzenegger, Dwayne Johnson, Ben Stiller, all these motherfuckers. And it's sad. I liked Schwarzenegger too. I liked his movies. But you know one person I will always support, and he is a Trumper, is Sylvester Stallone. And I love Sylvester Stallone. Execute regular people first. Keep all the Democrats and celebrities. Yeah. But yeah. Let me get back quick with this Trump case here, because this is something big that's going to happen. Hopefully nothing happens, you know, like he's still president. So let's see. President-elect Donald Trump will be sentenced January 10th in the criminal case in which he was convicted on charges involving hush money paid to porn star, but is unlikely to face jail time and other penalties. They're going back to the whole hush money case. They cannot beat this motherfucker in anything else. They go back to this fucking porn star. Christ. This is the Democrats' biggest claim to fame. This fucking porn star, Daniel, what was it, Starry Daniels or something? I don't fucking know what it was. Justice Juan Merchan ruling, his ruling means that Trump will be required to appear in court hearing just 10 days before his January 20th inauguration, an unprecedented scenario in U.S. history. Before Trump, no U.S. president, former or sitting, has ever been charged with or convicted of a crime. The judge said Trump may appear at his sentencing either in person or virtually. He wrote that he was not inclined to sentence Trump to jail, and that sentence is unconditional discharge, meaning no custody, monetary fine, or probation would be the most viable solution. And people have always said Trump's not going to see any jail time. He won't. Now, in history, there was maybe one case of it. Not a sitting president that we know of, but, you know, it is possible. And it's also possible for the vice president to take over and pardon the president of doing so. That kind of thing. Isn't he a Republican governor of... I don't remember if he was Republican governor. I know he's governor of California. Why does he, of all people, hate Trump? Celebrities. Celebrities have a big voice in everything. They get paid big money to say, I hate Trump. That's like if, okay, let's say I gained fame and I was all for Trump. And let's say, you know, and money talks. Money talks and bullshit walks. Everybody knows that saying. Let's say these motherfuckers came to me and said, Mike, we're going to give you $100 million. You can retire your job. You have benefits, whatever. $100 million. You ain't got to worry about paying taxes. You own your home. All you got to do is talk shit on Trump for a year on your show, and you're good. And then it'd be a case of, do I do it? Do I take the money? Do I retire? Do I take the money and I live comfortably with my family and all, and talk shit on Donald Trump for a year? Or do I tell these motherfuckers, suck my fucking pecker, fuck off, and I continue to talk, you know, and continue to support Trump? It's all about money. It all comes down to the fucking dollar bill, which ain't going to matter much now because the way fucking Biden, as you know, he has shat on the value of the dollar. Yeah, that's why you don't join Hollywood. Yeah, that's exactly why. But let's see. The case stemmed from a $130,000 payment Trump's former lawyer made to the adult film star Stormy Daniels. That's it, Stormy Daniels. To keep her quiet about sexual encounter she said she had with Trump, who denies it. A jury in May found Trump guilty of falsifying records to mask the payment prior to his 2016 election. The imposition of the sentence would pave the way for Trump to appeal. Merchant acknowledged in his ruling that Trump had made it clear he intends to appeal. In a post on his Truth Social network early Saturday, Trump said he never falsified business records. It is fake, made-up charge by a corrupt judge who is just doing the work of the Biden-Harris Justice Department. He created a case where there was none. Exactly. So they're going to find this poor man guilty on false pretenses. They're going to find him guilty on false pretenses, basically. All over nothing. So I'm not going to read the rest of the article, but I will do what I always do, guys. If you follow on Discord, who is this? Phil the Zone Monger. I don't know who the fuck Phil the Zone Monger is. I think I do. All right, so over in Discord, podcast leftovers, tuned in live podcast. I got to dust off of this. Holy shit! The last thing I posted over here was November 5th, day before the elections. But yeah, that is fucking sad though. That truly is sad. This poor man, he's getting beat left and right. False pretenses, these fucking phony ass cases. And they're still riding on the Stormy Daniels shit. They're still riding on it,
And they're claiming that they paid her off. They paid her off, you know? God damn. Are they trying to put my man in jail like they did Bill Cosby? Poor Cosby's sitting in fucking prison. So he must have fucking did. He must have admitted to doing that, though. Otherwise, Cosby would have fought that shit, you know? Oh, Cosby put roofies in my drinks when I was on the Cosby Show back in 1980s. Jesus fucking Christ. You know, doing something like that is like bringing up a case of Elvis Presley or Jerry Lee Lewis. Well, let's Jerry Lee Lewis first of all. They're both dead, right? Jerry Lee Lewis was big back in the 50s and the 60s, you know? Everybody loves Jerry Lee Lewis. But what a lot of people probably don't know, unless they research it properly, is he was married to his 13-year-old cousin back then. Yeah, he married his 13 or 14-year-old cousin back in the 50s. And it was controversial at the time. It was really controversial, but there was really nothing they could do about it, you know? And he stayed married with her for a few years. I don't know how long or whatever. But that's like today, if somebody were to come out and say, not only are we going to cancel Jerry Lee Lewis and his music, but we're going to file a lawsuit against him. We're going to get justice for his cousin. Cousin's dead too. We're still going to get justice. And doing something to Trump of this nature, it's just like that. That's all it is. The same exact thing. If you want to file a lawsuit, like let's say, okay, we're going to file a lawsuit against Abraham Lincoln. That motherfucker, he owned slaves. Did he really? He freed the slaves. Everybody loved that motherfucker. He ended slavery in a sense. That's why Abraham Lincoln is 6 feet under. That's why John Wilkes Booth put a bullet in Lincoln's head. People today will find any fucking thing at all to complain about, to bitch about, and make it a big topic amongst them just to get their 15 seconds of fame, you know? That's all that is. That's all that is. It just boggles my mind. But yeah, aside from all of that too, and another thing I want to bring up too. This is hilarious. So within the last 3 weeks, I had a civil discussion in Jeff's Discord with this person who calls himself Pegasus. And it was a discussion about TikTok and Alex Jones. Okay. So TikTok, we'll cover on that a little bit. Right now, TikTok, they are in talks of a possible buyout transition for TikTok to where the United States wants to buy a part of it. That way they won't end up banning TikTok in the U.S. It's a China-ran app. It's Chinese ran. That's why they want to ban it. That's why the Democrats want to ban it. Well, not the real reason why they want to ban it. They say, oh, Chinese intelligence, they're spying on us. No, you all want to ban it because people are voicing their opinions on there, getting the actual facts out there. That's why you all want to ban the fucking shit. And I've made my opinions about it. I'm like, well, you want to ban TikTok, but yet TikTok is already censoring people who post shit. But then again, that's Democrats, buying them out. Well, who the fuck knows? But it's like, if you post facts about COVID-19, if you post true facts about Biden and the Biden administration, they just flag the shit. They flag it. They take it down. They still censor you. So people who crying over censorship are probably the fucking Democrats because they can't voice their opinions anymore. They can't get on a fucking platform and say, fuck Trump, we want Trump dead, we want Trump this, we want Trump that, fuck MAGAs, fuck maggots, da-da-da-da. That's what that is. Democrats are crying, censorship, they're going to ban TikTok. They're already fucking censoring you. They already censor you on fucking TikTok. How many times have I been fucking censored on TikTok for voicing my goddamn opinion, See, I use TikTok because I gain an audience. I gain an audience of people that I could try to bring over to YouTube or bring to Twitch or Rumble or whatever. It's discovering new audiences. I get a shit ton of views on fucking TikTok right now. Videos that I post over there. Some of the same videos I post over here on YouTube. It's pretty cool. That's why I use TikTok, you know? I don't follow the little trends that they got on there that, you know, brain dead teenagers are following. I post content over there. I get views. I gain an audience. That's mostly what I look forward to, you know? Do I get paid on TikTok? No. I don't get paid on YouTube. Why do I expect to get paid on TikTok, you know? But right now, they're trying to purchase TikTok. You know, they're trying to purchase TikTok to make it to where we're not going to ban it for you. Don't worry. So I was having this civil, I don't want to say it's an argument. It was a discussion. And this guy in Discord, you know, he hates TikTok. He fucking hates TikTok. And all he does is sit there and talk about how these girls are on TikTok showing their ass and they're getting paid to do it. They're streaming on TikTok and OnlyFans and this and that. It's almost like, dude, don't watch the shit. If they want to do something stupid like that, that's them. You don't have to watch it. Like, why are you complaining about it? Well, they shouldn't be doing it. They should. All these motherfuckers on there, all these girls, they don't have jobs. They just expect us, you know, to make money off of TikTok, and it's not right. Like, a lot of these people do work. TikTok is a side thing. If they make a little bit of money on TikTok, what's the big fucking deal with it? Like, what's the big deal? I know a lot of people don't like TikTok for certain things, and that's them. That's okay. I'm not going to argue with them. This guy, like, I was trying to be positive in a way while I was also trying to agree with him on certain things, but he was just too far-fetched into the idea of nobody works. They just do TikTok hoping people will pay them. And it's like, that's not the case. Now, granted, yes, there are people who run YouTube channels, they run Twitch channels, Kick channels, anywhere where they stream or post content. People do make money off of that stuff. There's even a website called Patreon. Patreon is a well-funded donation website. People go through Patreon. There are ways that people do make money in donations. Is it wrong? No. People who troll these individuals, they say it's wrong. They say, "Oh, you're e-bagging. You're e-bagging." These are the same people that claim that others are e-bagging for money. They're the same motherfuckers that are jealous. They're jealous because they can't do what these other people are doing. These jealous individuals, they have no talent. This is shit that they can't do. They're jealous of it. So what do? They gotta troll these. They gotta troll these individuals. They gotta troll them. They gotta say, "Oh, you're e-bagging. You're begging for money. You're begging for money." These are the same motherfuckers that live in mom's basement who can't fucking hold a job. They can't get a job. They can't hold a job. They can't do anything with their worthless, pathetic lives, but rather sit there and try to make somebody else's life a living hell. That's the meaning of those internet trolls right there. And I look at them and I laugh. I do. I fucking laugh at them because they can't get to that level of minimum fame that these other people are. You got fucking somebody who's like PewDiePie. What's his name? Felix. Everybody knows his name is Felix. He lives in Sweden. This dude makes millions of dollars a year streaming content, posting content. Millions of fucking dollars. You know how many people hate him? He's got like 30 million fucking subscribers. He's one of the top paid motherfuckers on YouTube and Twitch. You know he's living comfortably, making content, playing video games. And then you got the lowest of the low, you know, like Kid Behind the Camera, Boogie2988, Drama Alert, Keemstar, Jordy Jordan, all these motherfuckers right here that are still making dough. They're making dough, but they're trying to stay relevant and trying to do some new things to bring money in, because to them, drama pays. Drama pays. Or however they put that phrase, you know, it's like, oh, everybody loves drama. Let's do a fucking podcast, you know? Yeah, I don't like TikTok, but the women shaking their asses and shit like that, who cares? Yeah. Shit, I'll watch a fucking video with a woman shaking her ass on there. I'll fucking watch it, you know? It's like, I may not be subscribed to the channel, but if it pops up, shit, I'll probably be staring at it, you know? I'm not going to sit there and discuss like, ew, this hot ass woman is shaking her ass in a fucking bikini on TikTok. That shouldn't be there. I'm going to fucking report that. Who fucking cares? It's a fucking video, you know? It's a goddamn video. I never heard of men complaining about women posting videos of themselves dancing on fucking platforms and shit. Like, shit, people dance. Okay, so what? That's like people who fucking complain about pornography. Oh, there shouldn't be a Playboy sitting on that rack. There shouldn't be a website that shows porn. Did you know? Get this, Hoyt. Florida, along with several other states, recently stated that they are banning, IP banning, Pornhub. Yeah, if you live in Florida, you cannot watch Pornhub. Even if you got a VPN, they ban Pornhub from the internet down there. How fucked up is that? If you're living in Florida, you can't watch Pornhub. Wow. If she's hot, I watch it 5,000. There you go. There you go. They banned fucking Pornhub in Florida. Why? What is wrong with fucking watching porn? It's harmless. Jesus fucking Christ. And sitting there like, we don't want our kids watching that stuff. We don't want your kids watching titties and ass. Oh, but you'll definitely you will heavily support them into watching men, grown ass men, at these LGBT parades, dressed in thongs, wandering about in the streets. You're against Junior watching a video of a woman fingering herself. Like, he's going to experience it one day anyway. When everybody was a kid, and there's no denying it, we've all watched movies with nudity in it. We've all seen a little bit of porn. We all seen nude magazines. Hell, back in my day in middle school and high school, when we had cable, the Playboy channel and the Spice channel, they were scrambled out, but you know what? There was times where it kind of unscrambled itself, and you know what? I watched it. I'm not fucked in the head. Do they think kids today are going to be scarred and fucked in the head if they see tits and ass? Oh, they don't want to see that. I'll be right back, guys.
It's very cool.
Now at Dunkin' Donuts, get an insulated summer sipper filled with 32 ounces of Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee. It keeps things surprisingly cool.
Sunjet, shining brighter every day, presents this season's travel forecast. Clear skies and low fares on Sunjet. Call 1-800-4SUNJET and join the thousands who are saving hundreds of dollars on airfares. On Sunjet, you can fly from New York via Newark to Orlando from just $79. New York to Tampa St. Pete for just $79. And New York to Fort Lauderdale is also just $79. Seats are limited, so call 1-800-4SUNJET to reserve yours. Sunjet, we're shining brighter every day.
Recently, Jeep engineers made an amazing discovery.
We found it. Yeah. The perfect way to improve our four-wheel drive system.
And one discovery led to another.
Wow. Our new suspension enhancements perform great out here.
The new Jeep Grand Cherokee, Four-Wheeler Magazine's Four-Wheeler of the Year.
Amazing. The dual airbags? Yeah.
Obviously, our engineers didn't miss a thing.
This is about how your business can build new profit centers without bulldozing your budget. About looking bigger than you are. This is about call centers, people, and technology that can capture new customers and...
last commercial break, guys. I'm not gonna be in here for too much longer. Yeah, you said I don't watch porn, but if I live in Florida and wanted to, I'd be jacked. Yeah, not everybody watches porn. It's not everybody's cup of tea, not everybody watches it, and it's fine. But I just think it's far-fetched that a state or several states will sit there and be like, you can no longer watch porn. Okay? How many pornography sites are there out there? It's not hard to find porn on the internet. And there are still places that do sell nudie mags and VHS and DVDs. Even if you can't find them in porn shops, if you can't find them in your local rural farms or whatever where they're still selling them, you can find them on eBay. You can go on eBay and buy dirty magazines, dirty DVDs and videos, and buy them. There's ways of accessing porn. But it just amazes me how many people out there will try to shield their children from watching titties and pussies. But yet they will support them and allow them to watch these LGBT parades on TV with all these fucking guys parading around in thong bikinis and shit, dancing in the streets in front of children. And you want to ban porn? You got people in these parades that are possible pedophiles dancing around your kids. And yet you want to control what Junior watches at night before he goes to bed or on a weekend. There is something severely sick and wrong with that. And it goes back to pedophiles. Democrats. Democrats support pedophilia. Yeah, and they'll let them change their gender. Yeah. They want our kids to be mutilated. They want to mutilate their kids. That's another good thing that Trump said day one. There will be no there will be no sex mutilation. There are only two fucking genders. There have always been two genders throughout this entire existence of this planet and universe, and there will continue to be two fucking genders. Now, if there's a half and half, you call it a chick with a dick. There you go. It's a chick with a dick. Transsexual. That's the only term that trans should be in when it comes to gender, is transsexual. It's a woman born with male genitalia. That's the only thing. If you got men and women out there mutilating their bodies to be the opposite, Christ. I mean, more power to them, but that's fucking gross. Look at Ellen Page. Ellen Page. And I've always said it on the show. She was a fucking beautiful actress. She was beautiful. She mutilated her body. She cut her fucking tits off. If you look at her shirtless right now as a guy, it's disgusting. She's fucking ugly. Ain't no woman gonna fuck that. Ain't nobody gonna fuck that. You feel like you were trapped in a man's body or some shit? More power to you. But I will say, it's a fucking night and day. She was gorgeous as a woman. And she's ugly as fuck as a man. Christ. God. But yeah, going back to the conversation real quick. So, this guy in Discord, we had a conversation about TikTok. He stands strong on TikTok, and I wasn't fully disagreeing with him. It was an agree to disagree, and all. I was like, yeah, I agree with this, but then you're wrong about this, whatever. It wasn't a fight, it wasn't an argument or anything. It was just a conversation. But then he got into talking about Alex Jones. Now, I know you've probably seen some of my posts, Hoy, about Alex Jones, and I'm going to explain there. So, this guy is also a big Alex Jones dick sucker. Big. He sucks Alex's balls, too. Sucks the hairs from that guy's ass. That's how big of a supporter he is of Alex Jones. And he's even asked people in Discord, have anybody ever watched Alex Jones or see this report on Alex Jones? Yeah, there's this disgusting ass dudes like us, sexy and ass. So yeah, I know. It's a disgusting world. But yeah, I told him, I know of Alex Jones. I've listened to him sometimes, but I don't agree with everything Alex Jones says because it is far-fetched. And I put it as my opinion. He's far-fetched. To me, he's far-fetched. A lot of shit that I feel like he says aren't true. Yeah, they'll let them change their genders. Yep. But yeah, I told him how I felt about Alex Jones. I'm like, you can listen to him. He's your idol. I'm just saying you got to be careful with certain things that you watch only because it's far-fetched. It's fake. So after that conversation, I found this picture on Twitter, and it was of Ashton Kutcher and his wife leaving the country to go to Europe because of some things. You know, like there are a couple of liberals that have done, you know, jumped ship and gone to Europe. And I posted it in Discord, and I was like, I bet you Alex Jones didn't cover this shit, did he? So let me see. I'm going to find, I want to see if I can find that picture of where it's at. Let's see. At mentions, no. Christ, it's going to be a while because it was in December when I talked to this guy, right? It was in December. And I posted this picture, and Alex Jones is interesting, but a little nuts too. He's good YouTube material. Yes, he is. Like, he can talk a somewhat decent game on certain things, but I will say, like, for a lot of things that he's talked about, and it's been called out on. Because there's been things that he's talked about that were supposed to happen that haven't happened, you know? So it's like, wow. It's far-fetched. Just like he always tried to say that the shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary School was fake and set up. I remember that. He tried to say that the school shooting at Sandy Hook was all set up by, you know, just for minority or whatever the fuck you call it. And I'm sitting there like, really? These fucking kids lost their lives in a school shooting. Lost their fucking lives. And this motherfucker wants to sit there and say it was all fake? Like, for fuck's sake, man. That's when I stopped listening to this son of a bitch. You know, I stopped listening to that motherfucker. He was a piece of shit. He really was. To sit there and say all that. I'm trying to find this thing because I gotta have something to go along with it. Okay, here it is. I went back. It was back almost a month ago when I posted this. Just like Al Gore's badly aged global warming predictions. Yep, that too. So I posted this picture. It was back on December 12th. And it said, Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis reportedly moving to Europe to distance themselves from Diddy. Yeah, the whole Diddy case. Everybody who was involved in the Diddy parties and shit, they're all jumping ship because they know what's getting ready to come. And I added him on Discord. I said, I bet Alex Jones didn't report on that one. So at the time, Dustin, he was in the Discord. And Pegasus thought that Dustin had said something about it. And he was like, what does Alex Jones have to do with Ashton Kutcher? And Dustin was like, why are you tagging me? I didn't post that. I only chimed in. So then Glitching was like, oh, and sorry to Dustin. Didn't see that. And then he added me. You know, he was like, what does Ashton Kutcher have to do with Alex Jones? And at this point, he was getting pissed off. With what he was posting, I was still asleep. I was asleep during the fucking day. I work at night. I was still asleep when he was fucking posting all this, right? So he's getting pissy with me. Alex Jones is his god and idol. This guy, he fucking He worships the fucking desk that Alex Jones sits at and fucking berates with his fist from time to time, you know? So then he's like, I bet Google didn't tell you that one. Google AI or a shit post from X. And then he posts a little picture of no views and 0 likes, right? Basically, taking hits at my YouTube channel, right? He's trying to insult my YouTube channel because I insulted his god, Alex Jones. And he's like, 10,000 subs with no views. And then Dustin was like, who? And then Pegasus is like, at least I don't get my ass handed to me on a silver platter on the internet and then try and beg for sympathy the next post about it. And I know who he's talking about. Because even Dustin was like, who are you talking about? And Pegasus is like, you know who I'm talking about. Wants to always correct me and shit and keeps poking the bear. It is what it is. You're a nobody, man. And that's when Jeff banned his fucking ass in the server. He's like, see ya. Not gonna have that bullshit drama here. I was like, this motherfucker, he says I poked the bear. You know, he's like, you always want to correct me. Because I did correct him on one thing. He says something about that. Remember that app Flappy Bird that came out back in 2012, 2013? And then they took it off the shop and all. He tried to sit there and say that it was banned from the shop because of this. And I was like, no, it wasn't. They took it down. The guy took it down himself. He even made a whole bunch of money off of it. And he said, well, I made my money off of it, so it's all good. So they took it down. I corrected him on that. Because I'm like, yeah, you're going to post some fake shit in here. I'm going to post some facts. I'm going to call you out on it, yeah, but I'm not going to do it in an argumentative way. So he was like, oh, you always want to correct me, and you keep poking the bear, you know, and you're going to fucking take hits at me, and you're going to say I'm a nobody? Because not only did Jeff ban him from his Discord, after I read all of that, and I went back on this fucking shit, I went in my Discord, and I banned that dumb motherfucker and blocked him. He's going to have the nerve to sit there and tell Dustin, I'm still going to watch their streams and all, but I'm sorry and all. I'm like, fuck you, man. He's like, no wonder he likes Alex Jones. He's just as unhinged as he is. Yeah, he is. He is. And we had a discussion about that in Discord and shit. And it was like, yeah, where the fuck did he come from? You know, he's fucking taking a swing at me because I'm like, did Alex Jones cover this? You're God and Savior, basically, you know? But this motherfucker, now he's going to contact Dustin, right? He contacted Dustin after that and shit. And he's like, I have no beef with Jeff or Mike and whatever, da-da-da-da. I'll still watch it. I'm like, you know what? To Glitching Pegasus, if you are watching, dude, I know what you said. I know what you said to Dustin after that. But here is what I say to you, dude. Fuck you. Go fuck yourself. All right? Like, we had a civil conversation. It wasn't even a fucking argument, though. Like, if you know where I'm fucking coming from, like where you came from was a little bit too much off the hinge. You know, you were a little unhinged with that. You're gonna sit there and you're gonna try to take a hit at my YouTube channel and shit. You're gonna take a hit at me, like you're a fucking nobody. You don't get no views. Da 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 da. Well, you know what? To Glitching Pegasus, you're a piece of shit. He's supposedly a viewer. Yeah, he supposedly watched me and Jeff. Yeah. But I'm like, you know what? You're a piece of shit. Go fuck yourself. Fuck your Alex Jones. That's all I gotta say about that. That son of a bitch. He's a fucking idiot. He really is. He's a fucking idiot. Like, he wanted to try to apologize to me. No, fuck you. Go fuck yourself. You're banned from the Discord. You're blocked on Discord. You're a piece of shit. Go fuck yourself. And fuck your Alex Jones. And that's all the time I got for today, guys. I'm going to go ahead and cut it short, but it is good to be back. I'm going to try to do some more of these episodes here regularly on Fridays. I'm not going to do it this Friday since I already did an episode today. So this is the grand return for Tuning Live. You know, I've been away for quite a while. I wasn't banned on YouTube or anything. Don't get me wrong on that. You know, don't take that the wrong way, guys. I have been uploading videos on YouTube, so I'm not banned or anything. It's just I took a break from going live. I took a little break. I was doing videos. I was going different places also. I was filming content. You know, I hope you guys saw that, all that content. I still got a couple more places I want to check out and put those together as well. And there's just so much going on. I still got videos from last year I still got videos from last year that I'm going to be uploading too. So if you see some, older stuff coming in, then yeah, Jesse Martinez, blah blah blah. Yeah, here's another go fuck yourself, buddy. Bye bye. That must be glitching right there. That must be him. Blah blah blah. Yeah, go listen somewhere else. It's all good. Remove. There you go. Bye bye. Always good seeing somebody in here who thinks they can try to trigger you, you know. But at the end of the day, when I look at trolls like that, when I look at people like that try to trigger you, they only trigger themselves. And I just sit there and I laugh at them because that's the fucking stupidity that comes in and watches content like this, you know. They're fucking idiots. So go sit back in your mommy's basement, jerk off to some gay porn or some LGBT shit or whatever. Have a good day. And thanks, Hoyt. Yes, Happy New Year to you as well. Happy New Year to everybody else who watches the program, who comes in here and watches the video. Guys, thank you very much. Leave a like and subscribe right down below if you guys enjoy the content. We got much more to come right here on the channel and on Twitch, Kick, and on Rumble. Links are all down below if you guys want to follow us on there. And until next time, guys, stay tuned in.
What we do here is go back.